All right. Let's just verify everything's looking good. All right. There's my phone. Let's make sure Twitch looks good. All right, test. Okay, that's not bad. All right, so Twitch has got a very, very low delay. Check YouTube's. Come on, back up. There we go. Live. Okay. So, how long is the delay? Damn, why has YouTube got such a crazy delay? Alright, well, at least our chat seems to be working. Alright, let's get started. Alright. I really gotta get better with actually saving my game before I leave. Alright. How are we all doing today, guys? Uh-oh. I got the rumbly and my tumbly. There we go. Alright. Ash. Alright, let's get our ass back home. Snack bar. Alright, how are we looking? 8 out of 8. Alright. There's baby birds. Alright. Come on, baby. I heard him. There he is. No. There he is. God, I hate that little dot. You shoot it while you're too close, you blow up. It's hard to hit when you're far away because it flickers. Watch this, popping with a shotgun. Fuck you. Yeah, so if you notice, when they kind of like break apart while they're walking at you, they... Hold on. He's got friends. Yeah, he was a shotgunner. See how close he got? He was gonna mess me up. Alright, so when they crumble apart while they're walking, they actually you can't shoot them. So if you shoot right in the middle of their body and they like do the crumble like that, or if you notice, they'll be walking at you and they actually do this. They bend over and like a quick twitch when you're shooting at them to dodge your bullets, which is fucked up. But when either of those two things happen, you miss them. So when they like, as they're walking and they like kind of break and re-kajigger in like a quarter of a second, they end up having bullets go through them. If you don't hit, you actually have to hit one of the solid black pieces in their body. All right. It just makes it more difficult. Bastards. Woo! Alright. Whole map. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Must have already slept through a day? Huh. For some reason... Where the fuck did I go? Oh, right. We were going home to sell. Okay. That makes sense. I'm like, why the fuck am I going home? Okay. I forgot what we were doing last night. Uh-oh. Fuck you. Whoop, whoop. Dip and dodge. We'll get them when we come back. They'll be here waiting for us. Well, there is a fine line, right? I don't want it to get to a point where it's just not fun because you can't do shit. You're consistently dying. It's just frustrating as hell. Like, ah. But at the same time, I don't want it so easy as, you know, it's like, bloop. Okay, beat it. Done. Over. Alright, so I need spiky hair. Those two. What is my... Oh. Yeah, it just knows. Bastard. But alright. You got that. Of course, we don't have any 059. Why would we? Alright. Let's go sell. Wow, I actually didn't realize how many artifacts I had. Was a good haul. These are our main source of income aside from the which one? Which ammo? Got my shotgun. Got my... No. That is the big mamas. Nope. That's for my machine gun. That's for the big guy. 7.6254. The 059. 059 ammo. I don't think I have 059 ammo. Where did you see it? Because even in here, it's all shotgun, which is 12 by 70. Oh, wait, was it in? 9 by 18, what was in here? No? I don't know where you saw that. Nine by 39, 9 by 19, 762 by 54, and 12 by 70. Oh, I must have misspoke then. But I was saying the artifacts are a good source of our incomes. G36. G36. Wait a minute. SVD. AS Val. Feel like I have a G36. Yeah, we'll keep that. Alright, put that in there. Look at that, 12 grand. That doesn't even include. This is so weird to do in VR. $16,484. The fuck is that? Oh, right, that scope I never put on anything. Okay. Alright. How can I keep straight? Well, I try to memorize where everything is here, right? So, pistol. Right here. Because I always keep my pistol in that slot. And I know when I look down and I see the little image, sometimes I have to do this. Okay, tiny bullet for pistol. I'll place that there. Then, did we already refill our shoddy? Yeah, we did. Yeah, refill this guy. Oh, no, he's already full. But he would be here, which is that size ammo. And then this is the big mamba. He's always right there. And he is that ammo. I mean, when you look at it, next to like a shotgun shell, it's even bigger than a shotgun shell. This motherfucker is dangerous. We're gonna save up some more money and get some more guns after this, though. Ow. What the fuck did I just do? It's not even that gun. E36. Don't know. Let's take this off. Let's reorganize this just a tad. Come on. Alright, that looks better. Ooh, did not know I had little spots down there. Alright. Everything looked good. And by 19. Yeah, I did. But is that, like, is the game not supposed to come out for a while? Because that usually happens. When there's not much of a game to show, or they don't have all the components done, that's, you know... 762 by... I think that ends up kind of hurting games, is when a game is incredibly new, a lot of times they'll render that. Like, that's not actually gameplay or something that will be in the game. Oh. So that's, maybe that was an old trailer? I mean, if the game's out, they should have good gameplay trailers out. But any game that just comes out anymore, unless it's like a AAA title, and even then, shit like Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto get released with, like, missing so much. 6254. Okay. Put that there, put that there. This guy stays here. I'm not even talking necessarily just the trailer, like, in general. The game's gonna be like... I don't know. I've just always found it, like, back in the day when a game came out and that pretty much meant the game was like 98% done. You know, they're probably going to do a few little tweaks here and there and, you know, some bug fixes. But it's like, nowadays, half the game isn't even fucking done. This game, when it came out, it had no missions. It had no quests. It had, like, a few guns. I mean, there was literally nothing to the fucking game yet. But it's still, that's how they do it. So they released it. And I bought it. I tried to play it on the first day. I crashed like 5 times in the first 10 minutes on it. And I never touched it again until, I don't know, the last 3 or 4 weeks. No, I'm sorry. That was me. I just ran into my kitchen to grab my drink. But it is beyond ridiculous how early they release fucking games anymore. I mean, they're ungoddamn playable half the time. Like 7 Days to Die. Perfect example. How long was that game in? I mean, it just went stable in the last like year and a half. I mean, that is mind blowing to me. It's like 12 to 15 years. Yeah, that's the other end of it. I remember in the very beginning of games doing this, they would be cheaper. That was the whole point. Was the game developers could, if they needed an influx of money, because building a game takes a long time. It's a lot of money. You got to pay all the employees. And I mean, so what they would do is they would release a game that is completely playable. It just missing features, you know. You can expect more to come. And they would sell it cheaper than the game was going to be planned to sell for. So if the game was going to be $59.99, they would start selling it, 6 months early for $39.99, $24.99, something like that. And the whole point was the community could get an early look at the game, provide feedback, let the developers fix things before it comes out and is, everyone wants it when it's stable. But if you're buying a game that's A, not finished, and B, there's no guarantee it's gonna finish, especially the way you want it to, it's not worth it. And then like you said, the pricing of games nowadays, shit. I remember getting PlayStation 1 games when they would come out brand new. I want to say I'd pay either $29.99 or $39.99. And then I remember PS2 games were $49.99 when they came out. At least early PS2 was. And then it kept going up. We played H1Z1 together, didn't we? With a black guy, BSU. Do you remember that? Was that you? His username was BSU. Okay. I couldn't remember who that was. And the other day when I was in Steam, it's still in Steam. Yeah, that's what I thought it was you. Now, I want you to think hard. Well, no, you know what? You don't even have to, because as I'm saying it out loud, H1Z1 was the first game I ever bought on Steam. So I met you in H1Z1, and then we ended up going to 7 Days to Die when they shut down H1Z1, didn't we? Yep, I sure did. Damn, I remember playing with BSU. I was so upset. Do you remember why H1Z1 died? That they split H1Z1 and H1Z1 Battle Royale. Remember when they made the Battle Royale? It was just a game mode, and then it was its own standalone game. And then they stopped updating H1Z1 Just Survive to focus on Battle Royale because that was the time around when Fortnite and everything was coming out, being very popular. PUBG, Fortnite, those Battle Royale games were brand new and they were making a lot of money. So everyone tried to make their own Battle Royale. Alright, and then one last thing and we can get back to game. When was the last time... Oh. Let me know when you're back. Let me know when you're back. Scrub-a-dubby-dub. Scrubby-dub. Okay. Alright, there she is. I didn't know you went anywhere. But, yeah, I remember my very first PC game that I bought on my quote-unquote gaming PC. I used to hang out with this girl. And I liked her, but she was never into me that way. Sad. But one day, I'm in her house. We're, smoking and hanging out. I got you. But we were smoking and hanging out. And she had a desktop, like a tower, sitting in her living room. I was like, what's this? And she goes, it's now my ex-boyfriend's. He left it here. And I was like, is he coming to get it? And she goes, I told him he needed to get it a week ago, and he has yet to come, and I'm about ready to just throw it in the fucking garbage. And I was like, I haven't had a desktop computer in God knows how many years. I've had laptops that I use for, internet browsing and YouTube and Netflix, but that was about it. And I was like, do you mind if I take it? And she was like, go ahead. First game I ever bought, H1Z1. Had to play it on minimum settings because the GPU that was in that piece of shit, it had an itty-bitty, like one of those little CPU fans, the tiny ones that go on the, stock CPU coolers. They're like an inch by an inch by an inch by an inch. That was what cooled it. It didn't even have a plastic case on it. It was just, it popped into the slot, had a little fan on it, and then you could see the little tiny circuit board. That was that graphics card. It was so weak. Yeah. It was so weak. But it allowed me to at least be like, you know what? I'm never... Because my Xbox 360, my third one I had owned, died on me. And I was like, you know what? I have the same PS2 that I had when I bought my PS2. And I bought my PS2 the 1st February after it came out. The PS2 was alive for fucking 13, 14 years. They sold the PS2 and made games for it. I probably had one 12 of those years. And then this was years later. Never had to get a new one. Remember I used to roll around? Yes! Yes, I do. The server skink. Look at me! That's so sexy. Ooh! And that's probably why BSU would hang out with us. You were the arm candy. This one damages very quick. Probably, yeah. Yeah, but see, that game was, H1Z1 was I think the first big game in that genre of zombie survival. Remember how the Chinese hackers would just come in and people would just find bases and start jumping at all the seams until they could, like, bug in when your shit... Remember how nothing, like, clicked? You would have to, like... Okay, that's close. Alright, I think that's good. That shit was just... Get that... Okay, I think I got it lined up perfectly. And then you'd put all the materials in, and then it would... And it's like, it would slightly... Like, fuck! That used to just frustrate the living shit out of me. Log in and all your stuff was gone. Yes, the trucks. People would break into people's bases, get in the vehicles, and just jump out. Just make sure before we go in, we are loaded. Because we got company on the inside waiting for us. God, that game was so good. You know, Scum, I haven't played that game probably since, I don't know, 2 years now. But Scum now has, like, NPCs and raiders, and Scum is officially, like, 1.0. It's over 1.0, but it's, like, actually released now. Let's go grab a candy bar. See, yeah, but we used to play on PvE servers. The Battle Royale was the PvP mode. Do you remember? It would put up to 100 people in a lobby, and you would wait, and then you would just spawn randomly somewhere on the map, and you had to be the last person alive, and there were zombies, and it was the normal map. Find your shit in all the buildings. The gardening was cool in it, yes. But, like I said, I was so upset when the Battle Royale ended up taking over and they stopped updating H1Z1 and then they shut down the goddamn servers. No. They made that one so you had H1Z1 Just Survive, and then you had H1Z1 Battle Royale. And it was Just Survive. Then Fortnite and PUBG Battlegrounds, they all came out, became big hits. So every game in the fucking world started to do... Oh, shit. We gotta get to a better spot. See, I bought PUBG, and I've played it with one of my friends sometimes. I think I've only got like 20 hours total in that game, though. I just don't like it. I never was a PvE kind of person. Did I play that one with you? I know I was into it. We probably did, because I owned it. And if I owned it, I'm sure you and I played together. I know that I played it with one of my exes, and she was the only person I remember playing it with because most of the time we played it was me and her. Yeah, see, I don't know. I'd rather team up with people, not kill them. I'd rather fight zombies than humans. There's usually bad guys in this area. Oh! Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, exactly! You know, that's why I loved this game so much. Fuck you. Fuck, I hate those things. But, yeah, I mean, if we play a game, I would rather play a game that involves teaming up with other people against a common enemy and doing it that route. Because playing with a person as your team versus, like, AI as your team, it's just better to play with real people, I guess. I don't know. Just the way I feel. Like, this is... The first one of these games was single player. This is actually a multiplayer game. Right now, people can... Or somebody can join this game. It's not like you can get a whole bunch of people. But you can have at least one... I believe it's just one other player in the game with you. And it's real nice to have fucking backup. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Ooh. I didn't realize I could control that. That's cool. I think I've only racked this gun once. Where is it? It's usually right here. There it is. Jesus. What is going on?
Say goodnight. Your path ends here.
We'll load back. One thing I like about this game is every 5 minutes it autosaves. Yes! Yes! I bought Ark because of you. And yeah, it wasn't even the dinosaurs. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't remember why I didn't really enjoy that game.
Out. Reloading.
If you're really that close, I could do this without getting hit at all.
Swapping that.
I don't know. Maybe I would like Ark again. I don't think I've ever played it since you and I tried. I'm 99% sure I never played it without you. But I only remember trying it a couple times. Also, there was a game that we used to play. The Forest. Remember The Forest?
Lighting him up.
Dude, remember the big slide we had in the forest? Remember, I rented a server, and there was like 4 or 5 of us that played every day. There was another female on there, aside from you. And then we had, like, 2 other guys that played with us. That was fun. You know, that game is actually a VR game. Like, I own it. I've never tried it, but I guess you can, go in your settings and turn on VR mode and play the game in virtual reality. I've always wanted to try that. I have not tried that yet. What the hell is this? I've never been in here. You know, that is a very good point. I bet it would be. Like, what a complicated little setup out here for nothing. It really was nothing, just a couple ash. Can't get back that way. Let's do this. Oh, there's a bell. Fuck.
Attacking the target. Max drive. Switching. Engaging.
Oh shit. Damn, he far away. Where the fuck are you? Where is he? Oh my god, am I fucking blind? Damn. Fuck you! Oh my god, what is wrong with this gun? Why is it not racking? Jesus! Alright, sorry. Like, see how long you can last on nightmare mode or something. In the forest? You know what, they came out with a second one? That there is a The Forest 2?
Attacking the target!
I'm sitting here reading that, and I'm like, well, I guess I could, but I don't think you would enjoy it as much as I would, but... I mean, if you insist... Alright, so obviously, you are more frustrated with the shorter ad breaks that happen more often. So, right now it's set to, what? 60 seconds every 20 minutes. I'll try after this stream, I'll set it to the next step up, which is a minute and a half of ads, but only one time every 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean, most people do, but we have, you know, we can adjust. And I want to just whatever... Oh, fuck! I always do that. I want to make it so, you know, it's set up in a way that the most people enjoy. I could even make it shorter and do 30 seconds of ads every 10 minutes. But in my mind, that definitely would start pissing people off. I don't think, even though the ad breaks would only be 30 seconds a break, I think that every 10 minutes is just too often, no matter how long they are. Even if it was, you know, a 10 or 15 second ad, I think having it play every 10 minutes, people would be like, holy shit, there's so many ads, fuck this, and like go somewhere else. To them, it wouldn't matter that it was, you know, 30 seconds of ad break instead of 60. To them, it would still feel like just too many ads too often. But at the same time, I mean, I could technically do one ad every hour. It would be a 3-minute break, though. And I feel that that would go in the opposite direction, that people would join up, watch, and then the first ad would kick in, and they would just be like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out. I mean, it would be nice to only have one break every 60 minutes of stream time. I mean, but... yeah, a solid 3-minute block. Do you think you could handle that? I mean, if you could handle the cactus, I mean, maybe you can, but... I wasn't done, though. Always ruin my fun. Where did my cigarette just go? You know, it is kind of ironic, but in this game, this blue bar on my watch is my hunger. When I sprint, the blue bar will go down. If I sprint, there we go. Blue bar goes down as you sprint. You gotta stop, give it a moment, and it starts to come back. The yellow bar is, the whole bar in general is supposed to be your hunger. Damn it. Hunger. I can only do air quotes with one finger, but it is your hunger bar. And Ooh, I don't know what that is, but I'll take it. Doing strenuous activity, basically making your stamina bar empty, because jumping makes it empty, sprinting makes it empty. The more that your stamina bar empties and refills, the faster the yellow takes over the blue. And when that starts to happen, your max stamina goes down. So instead of being able to sprint like this for a couple minutes at a time, you'd only be able to sprint like that for a couple seconds at a time. It's very frustrating. The only way you can fix it is by eating food. No, what the cigarette does is it fills up your hunger. So each cigarette is a 10%, like it takes a minute to smoke it. So it goes up like very slow over that 30 or 45 seconds you're physically smoking the cigarette. But in order to run and jump and do all that physical exertion shit faster and